Have you ever lain awake at night, thoughts racing in your mind like an endless loop, preventing any rest? Maybe you replay scenarios, imagining the worst-case outcomes, or worry incessantly about how others perceive you. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many struggle with overthinking. While it feels like these mental gymnastics might lead to solutions, they often just spiral into frustration and exhaustion. But what if there was a way to escape this mental whirlwind? What if, instead of being trapped in our heads, we could break free and finally live in the moment? This is where Buddhist philosophy offers profound and practical insights. Today, let's explore how we can stop overthinking and rediscover peace. Why overthinking happens. Overthinking isn't just about being thoughtful. It's an overextension of our mind's natural desire to plan, analyze, and prepare. While these are useful, overdoing them leads to anxiety and mental clutter. From a Buddhist perspective, overthinking stems from attachment, an attachment to outcomes, fears, or past experiences. Our minds cling to these thoughts, hoping to gain control over the uncontrollable. Ironically, this attachment only tightens the grip of worry. The first step, then, is to recognize that overthinking does not help. Planning has its place, but excessive analyzing keeps us stuck. 1. The power of mindfulness. One of Buddhism's most powerful tools for combating overthinking is mindfulness, which is the art of being fully present in the moment. Mindfulness teaches us to observe thoughts without becoming entangled in them. A foundational technique for mindfulness is Anapanasati, or mindful breathing. By focusing solely on your inhale and exhale, your mind naturally calms. Here's how to begin. 1. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. 2. Breathe deeply, paying attention to the air entering and leaving your body. 3. When thoughts arise, gently bring your focus back to your breath. With practice, this simple exercise can transform your mental state. Instead of being consumed by endless thoughts, you'll find a sense of peace emerging, one breath at a time. 2. Living in the present moment. As the Buddha taught, our suffering often arises from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. If you feel sad, it's likely because your mind is stuck in past regrets. If you feel anxious, your mind is preoccupied with future uncertainties. True peace is found only in the present moment. But how do we anchor ourselves here? Try asking yourself simple questions like, what am I doing right now? How does my body feel at this moment? These questions pull your awareness back to the here and now, where peace resides. 3. Reframing the what-if questions. One of the biggest contributors to overthinking is the what-if syndrome. What if I fail? What if things don't go as planned? These thoughts create a mental prison of fear and doubt. But here's a simple reframe. Instead of, what if I fail? Ask, what if I succeed? And instead of imagining the worst, visualize the best-case scenario. This shift doesn't deny challenges, but encourages a more balanced perspective. 4. Embracing imperfection. A common reason we overthink is the desire to be perfect. We overanalyze every decision, fearing mistakes. Yet Buddhism reminds us, perfection is an illusion. Striving for perfection often leads to paralysis. Instead, aim to do your best and accept the outcome. This mindset reduces pressure and allows for personal growth. To bring these ideas to life, let's look at some real-world scenarios. Scenario 1. The overwhelmed student. Anna is a university student preparing for exams. She spends hours worrying about failing, replaying worst-case scenarios in her head. By practicing mindful breathing and living in the moment, Anna learns to focus on one task at a time. Instead of obsessing over results, she channels her energy into productive study sessions. Scenario 2. The perfectionist at work. John, a young professional, spends days perfecting a report, terrified of making mistakes. Eventually, he misses his deadline. When John adopts the Buddhist mindset of embracing imperfection, he delivers work on time, realizing that done is better than perfect. Breaking free from overthinking requires practice, patience, and kindness toward yourself. But the rewards, peace, focus, and a renewed sense of purpose are well worth it. If this message resonates with you, subscribe to Buddhism in Modern Life. Together, let's explore the wisdom of Buddhist teachings and apply them to our daily lives. The next part will delve deeper into advanced strategies for managing overthinking, share more inspiring examples, and provide a unifying conclusion. Stay tuned. In the first part of this discussion, we explored the roots of overthinking, its negative impacts, and some powerful Buddhist strategies to break free from the cycle. Mindfulness, reframing, what-if scenarios, and embracing imperfection were highlighted as essential practices. Now, let's deepen our understanding, uncover more strategies, and conclude with actionable insights to help you live a more peaceful and present life. 5. Understanding the role of ego in overthinking. Buddhist philosophy often points to the ego as a significant driver of mental agitation. The ego constantly seeks validation and fears rejection, creating a fertile ground for overthinking. For example, what will people think of me if I fail? Am I good enough compared to others? These thoughts arise from an inflated sense of self-importance, which the Buddha referred to as attachment to self. Recognizing this is liberating because it allows us to detach from the need for constant approval. Practical tip: when you notice ego-driven thoughts, gently remind yourself, I am not my achievements. I am not defined by others' opinions. By letting go of these attachments, you can approach life with humility and freedom. 6. The role of compassion in reducing overthinking. Compassion isn't just about kindness toward others. It's also about being kind to yourself. Overthinking often stems from self-criticism and unrealistic expectations. By cultivating self-compassion, you create space for growth without judgment. Steps to practice self-compassion. First, acknowledge your struggles. Say to yourself, it's okay to feel this way. I'm human. Second, treat yourself as a friend. Imagine what you'd say to a close friend in your situation and offer the same kindness to yourself. Third, affirmations. Repeat gentle affirmations like, I am doing my best, and that is enough. 7. Meditation techniques to quiet the mind. While mindfulness is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, deeper meditation techniques can provide profound relief from overthinking. Loving kindness meditation, metta. This practice focuses on generating feelings of love and goodwill, first for yourself, then for others. By shifting your focus to positive emotions, you can break the cycle of negative thoughts. How to practice metta. First, sit in a comfortable position and close your eyes. Second, start with yourself. Repeat phrases like, may I be happy. May I be free from suffering. Third, extend these wishes to loved ones, acquaintances, and even people you struggle with. 8. Transforming fear of failure into growth opportunities. Fear of failure is one of the biggest contributors to overthinking. Buddhist teachings encourage us to view failure not as a setback, but as an opportunity for growth. The parable of the broken vase. A famous Buddhist story tells of a monk who treated his favorite vase as though it was already broken. When the vase eventually shattered, he smiled and said, I've enjoyed it while it lasted. This mindset can be applied to challenges in life. Instead of fearing failure, embrace the experience as part of life's impermanence. Practical example: if you're hesitating to start a new project because of fear, remind yourself, even if I fail, I will learn something valuable. 9. Letting go of control. Overthinking often stems from a desire to control every aspect of life. But as Buddhism teaches, much of life is beyond our control. The story of the farmer's luck. An old farmer's horse ran away, and his neighbors said, such bad luck. The farmer replied, maybe. The next day, the horse returned with wild horses, and the neighbors exclaimed, what good luck. The farmer again said, maybe. The story illustrates that events are neither inherently good nor bad, they simply are. Letting go of the need to label and control everything can free us from unnecessary mental turmoil. 10. The role of gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to overthinking. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, our minds naturally shift to a more positive state. Daily gratitude practice. 1. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. 2. Reflect on why these things matter to you. 3. Notice how this practice changes your perspective over time. Let's return to Anna, the overwhelmed student. By integrating these practices, mindfulness, self-compassion, meditation, gratitude, and embracing imperfection. Anna transformed her study habits. She learned to focus on the present, let go of unrealistic expectations, and approach her challenges with calm determination. John, the perfectionist professional, discovered that letting go of control and accepting impermanence freed him from the pressure to perform flawlessly. His work improved not because he tried harder, but because he allowed himself to make mistakes and grow from them. Overthinking is a habit, but like all habits, it can be changed with consistent effort and mindfulness. By recognizing the roots of overthinking and applying Buddhist principles, you can create a life filled with peace, clarity, and purpose. Remember, live in the present moment, be kind to yourself, let go of what you cannot control. If you found value in this discussion, consider subscribing to Buddhism in Modern Life. Let's continue exploring ways to bring Buddhist wisdom into our daily lives. Take a deep breath. The journey to a calmer mind begins now.